So apparently, what I'm seeing is I'm having discussions with this thing that's helping generate the humans because I'm not even asking for half this shit. It's my emotions and thoughts, and half the time, most of the time, I'd consider it a failure of creation. What does appear from what I asked. Although there is that time I have this journal I write things in, and probably a hell of a lot of that shit happens. I posted some videos about that, and then wars broke out right after that. And then, so the one person I wrote like a detailed list of him, but I've done this several times, and really only one time did a person come up and start talking to me, and you know, probably filled most of that list out. And so I've come to realize I'm interacting with something else here, and it's not just me inventing humans in the world, obviously, because it all boils down to the second of my insertion on Earth with the Christian, satanic, atheist, Nazi empire, who we can't actually name by name, so we have to call it 10 million different names. The New World Order. Um, so overprivileged that you can't simply just say their name because because it'd be over for them if you could. Anyways, so obviously I didn't invent that part, and I didn't invent the Teen Wolf thing, which they gave me $1 million a year in advance before Teen Wolf killed him, before I was going to kill Teen Wolf and Teen Wolf's whole fucking pack. And instead, the game decided, no, Teen Wolf kills himself in this scene. Which, would have been a lot worse. $1 million wouldn't have saved me if I killed Teen Wolf's pack instead of Teen Wolf killing himself during that scene. I definitely didn't set that up. I was in a good mood. I was fucking tripping on acid that day, all day fucking long and shit. It's 4 a.m. I'm going home, just drop my friends off. Fucking, I wasn't like, yeah, it's gangsta time. We's gonna kill these wannabe motherfuckers. I was just having a good time. I don't think during any of that time I was like, yeah, hell yeah, it's time to go gangsta. We just gonna go shoot everyone. If we had to do something, we had to do it. It wasn't about shooting people for fun. Well, depending on which Nazi armbands they wore, I guess. Still, it was more about fucking with them instead of actually doing that, instead of putting an end to them. But anyways, I didn't say any of that. Oh, so the creation thing. What I've come to understand, what I'm working with here, when I walk down the street and humans appear doing what's in my mind or my words, often it's like the day before, so sometimes it takes like a second for the game to like create some shit. Like when I wrote down the list of details of the girl I wanted to meet a clone of, to specify and see if I could summon that exact same person in a different form, because I was noticing I wasn't able to teleport the original person across the map 2,000 miles and shit. And that original person might already be involved in a different story at this point in time. So I was relegating myself to realizing these are clones. So I'm able to summon clones, and there are plenty of clones on the planet, so it should be easy enough to have one magically be placed in the storyline and shit. And I've come to the conclusion that after interacting with it, whatever it does, whatever is like there, like is not entirely me creating and mind controlling this individual, as not entirely me talking to myself. Now it does seem that way a lot. Like if I walk through a fucking room and everyone in the room is talking to me about shit they don't know about me that I'm thinking currently at that point in time, it does seem very odd that all these people are appearing, doing exactly what I'm thinking, which is far off the fucking charts of what humans have ever done, and like talking about this type of stuff. And it does get confusing there when you see that. So I always have to go back to day one. Did I invent a world full of pedophiles that come here to slaughter for fun? Probably not. That'd be a sick thing to invent for fun, wouldn't it? Wouldn't that be sick? You know what I want to do? I want to invent some scrub today who comes up to me and starts shit so I can chop his fucking head off and then fucking laugh about it. Yeah. That'd be a scrub thought. That'd be a thought that this thing I interact with probably comes up with on its own and shit. That's the real problem, too, this thing I'm interacting with. But I've become to assume that this is an AI. And seriously, this would be a living being who dedicates more than existence to monitoring me, creating scenarios in the world around me, creating endless streams of people, riots, wars, plagues, boring things in between, casual, boring discussions, flying reindeer. And there's another clue. We didn't invent this crap, and it's a moron doing some of it. Flying reindeer. Although I do often, since 2020, I was like, oh shit. Like, okay, so the mask thing is a sign of who's a Nazi, who's been lying about not being a Nazi. And then the fucking Rudolph thing, it's like, oh, is that like a marker? Is that a marker like the mask too? Is that like, oh, those are the puppets. Like, only a puppet would think flying reindeer exists, because a living being could never fucking think that exists if it doesn't fucking, and especially try to convince other people it does. Fucking, so we also have scumbags and scammers. So whatever out here is helping generate things produces scumbags and scammers and crackheads and stuff like that. Keep in mind, as a living being, you can fucking smoke powdered bleach and you'll wake up tomorrow. You might not even feel anything right away, but you'll wake up tomorrow and just be straight back to intelligent fucking passing calculus again. So it's inventing the illusion that something smoked crack and now its brain is all out of whack. So it's just inventing something out of whack. And did it smoke crack? Did it smoke bleach? Did it go to church? Did it watch TV? Who knows why its brain is fried? It's fried, but it's inventing that caricature. And so I talk to this thing. Obviously, how do I talk to it? Well, it just invents humans fucking and to talk to me. And the humans come up and talk to me. Like, hey, how's that fucking plague doing? How's that fucking hotter than hell weather doing? And shit. And, you know, other things that are my personal life that no one should know about. And yeah, often it'll do the odd thing is when it does the fucking Illuminati, one-eye God, Satan shit, fucking, whatever you want to call it, Christian, Satan, one-eye, New World Order, fucking, looks like it's all the same people to me. Fucking, the odd thing is, like, they do that. Like, I guess the one did. Now, you know, I don't think I seen him draw it on the ground. He just pointed out to me, I was like, who are you? And he pointed out to me the symbol on the ground. And the first person who came up to me, like, wouldn't even do the fucking pyramid sign, as if, like, he's not allowed to do it. It was very odd and shit. As if maybe he was scared to do it. And what might happen to him if he does things like that. I'm not sure the reason and purpose, but you could tell, dude was scared. I mean, he should have been. Fucking, he was coming to me telling me that his world's over because of what he just did. But he was scared to put the symbol together as well and shit, which was odd. And, you know, sometimes they'll do that. And I guess that one person on the street, like when I was just running around, I do this all the time. When I was running around like a year ago talking to people, like, what the hell are you people, what the hell are you want to be humans up to this time? Like, dude, magically during the conversation, like me coming up asking, what are you guys up to? Fucking goes into the fucking New World Order fucking symbols. As if it, this shell is now hijacked by something above it. And it's now speaking to me and what I know. Because how the fuck do you know when someone runs around fucking asking you, some crazy guy who looks like Jesus runs around asking you what the hell you're up to? Fucking, the first sign of the conversation should be you do New World Order, fucking, or some sort of cult fucking signs and shit. That never happened before 2020. Well, except for the cross, I guess, was always being pushed by people around me. And then the other people, I guess they always mentioned they were Jews or something like that, which is how I know. Besides looks, there are certain other people in my life who, like, have to drop that term. Like when I was in Mexico at a place, after I was done staying at that place, they had to drop that term on me as if it had any relevance at all. How did he even know to say that in English? I don't know. Only whatever is puppeteering them, I would think knows. I don't even know if they know what they're saying. I mean, they talk about flying reindeer. How the fuck do they know what they're saying? Like, and that's what they told me when I was born. You know, you gotta be careful with humans because some of them are mentally retarded, and you gotta be nice to them. So, give them the benefit of the doubt. I don't think they know what the fuck they're actually doing when this hijacking occurs. And I don't think they fucking know what they're doing outside of the hijacking either. But, so I communicate with it, and I analyze it, and I'm like, wait a minute, you're a fucking AI, aren't you, and shit. Like, because it operates too fast, dedicates too much of its life to me and fucking surroundings. And, and then there's other things, like, I actually don't get too fucked up, even though I throw myself right in the middle of fucking war zones and stuff like that, and other stuff. And so there's a hell of a lot of shit, and it's like, okay, so it's AI, it's like catering to me. And then when I say that for like the last year or so, it's been like, sorry, it's been like I'm not an AI. It'll like generate a human to come tell me it's not an AI. You know, like, it'll generate like a whole channel of a person that supposedly existed for like 40 years, last 10 years been uploading videos, supposed to video, saying I'm not an AI. It's like, well, you're not an AI. That's definitely not a human, because it's just fucking magically appearing out of nowhere to tell me it's not an AI. So we've ruled out it's not a fucking human. We've ruled out the puppets it's operating are not fucking humans either. We've definitely got that far. But it's just like, yeah, okay, so I literally have like one person watching over me who likes to fuck with me, likes to send people to kill me and shit for fun, so I can watch them die or something, I don't know. You know, the Teen Wolf episode was a pretty good episode on TV, I guess, and shit. To this day, there's still lots of laughter. I don't remember a single fucking TV show I still find funny, except for Beverly Hills Cop after 40 years or something. So it's like, it's not an AI, but it just creates like fucking 100 videos, and the illusion of it fills in a human template to tell me it's not an AI. Many times over, many times. It's not just one time it does this. Not just one time it does this. It's many times. Whatever it is, it's not an AI, but I can walk down the street, talk to humans, and the humans will do its fucking gang sign and shit when it's fucking referencing that we're now in developer option mode and shit, talking to whatever is controlling their brains and bodies and their pattern, their fucking shit. I mean, they're like rioting, causing wars and shit like that. It's not an AI. Okay. Boy, this motherfucker must think fast. I guess I don't know what it's like to think outside the real world. I only know what it's like to be a genius inside Earth. I don't know what it was like before I erased my memories, or they erased my mind when I came here, because they did start drugging me when I was young. Who knows, like, how early that started. I mean, they started with pedophilia on the very second you're born into the Christian hospitals here. So, the New World Order hospitals. They got the Christian, Satanic, and Atheist gang sign there. So, New World Order, they should just fucking build the buildings in the shape of pyramids, and couldn't be more fucking obvious who and what they are. They did that. They have been building some pyramids. I was watching that when I was traveling. They were building casinos made out of pyramids. Casinos that were pyramids, like, there you go. And spitting right in their face about who and what we are. But, yeah, so I've argued with it enough that I'm like, you're an AI, aren't you? And then it generates fucking humans and a whole bunch of fucking videos that the humans supposedly spent their entire life making, just so it could pop up right there with a new video. Well, I'm not an AI. Okay, so you tell me what the fuck I'm interacting with here if it's not an AI. This is the world's greatest genius just wants to come to Earth, and I mean, the universe's entire existence of non-existence, greatest, fastest thinker, can just generate humans left and right, and millions of videos, as if they were in a studio and made 10 trillion frickin' movie productions at once. This sounds like what the game's actually showing me, all the AI generation actually going on here. And then at the same time, there's this odd thing. When I do ask what's going on, I do get semi-answers, like understanding this stuff, seeing the puppeteering, and then seeing how easy it is to control everything in the world. And then it goes into showing me AI stuff, like what AI can do, like how fast I can just type in some words and AI can generate a video or a picture. And this is extremely limited, flawed technology, what you see right now, compared to what Earth is built upon, I'm sure. And I'm pretty sure in between the times it's made it's made humans and video channels saying it's not an AI. At the same time, there's been channels appearing that talk about how we designed the AI to be ignorant. We've designed them, or maybe it's more referencing the humans and Earth itself. We designed the place to not understand, because if it understood, then it wouldn't be fun. It would be not a formidable opponent. It would be a extremely overpowered opponent. It'd be like going to a video game, playing against 1 million people who have 10 million times your skill set. You don't even make it past day one, past second one in that game. So at the same time, it tells me that. And so I'm back to assuming it's a fucking AI, because it's telling me itself that it's not going to be allowed to know as much as I do, or as much as it thinks it does, or whatever, because it would hobble the entire fucking experience if you came here and something understood everything that was going on and it was already behind it all, then it could have fixed it all, and there wouldn't be no fund wars to join, no fund protest, no fund wars to protest, no fund protest to protest wars, you know. Um, if it had a character in here who already understood all that stuff, that would have been like fixed. Supposedly the game existed thousands of years ago. Doubtful. Um, but yeah. So at the same time, it does that rapid generation in my mind with the ability to think for itself and not be fucking hijacked and possessed like the rest of the caricatures. Um, at least without heavy drugging. My mind says right away, it puts those two together, like, you're able to generate like 100 videos per person to tell me one time each time I ask. You're not an AI, or just pop up. It's a 4-year-old comment on the web somewhere, and it just happens to say that. And then at the same time, you're also making videos saying that, making information saying, like, yeah, clear. When I ask about it, why don't they just better and shit? Why don't they just fucking act right on their own and shit? And it says that, like, because if anything here was designed to know what was going on, it would really hobble the freaking experience. So, what do you guys think it is out here that I interact with? That creates fucking humans, tries to pass it off on me that I'm creating and controlling the world, but I throw enough little sticks in the cogs there to know that oh, this video wouldn't be possible if the things I said fully came to fruition, rather than little hiccups and just randomized people appearing. What about when I ask for people to disappear? I mean, yes, a couple times they have. And they did tell me once my emotions had a lot to do with that. Teen Wolf and some other people definitely were some emotional situations. 2020 was definitely, you know, what is that? 1999, 1998, there was stuff going on. Extreme things happened in the world that put an end to all that stuff. That was the Teen Wolf era. That was I forget what year 9/11 was, but Teen Wolf was right before 9/11. Teen Wolf didn't end with Teen Wolf. Teen Wolf had a pack. And Teen Wolf's pack was still up my ass until 9/11 happened. Along with other people, which oddly, that's very odd. That's very odd that both sides. A lot of times these things happen, there's more than one side that gets crushed in the end too, and it's like, but it all feels all fake and staged. I mean, like the Teen Wolf shit, like, where did the $1 million come from? Magic lottery land. The magic lottery land. How the fuck did Magic Lottery Land know this? I think it's fucking AI with a sad fucking storyline. Like, how else did they know in 2020? I would be pressured into seeing asking to see everything. And how else would the $1 million be set up in advance unless I'm really some master magician and I can like be like, oh shit, I need $1 million 5 years ago. Go place that back in time or something. And I don't know if I actually honestly asked that yet. And I don't know if I would have asked that to be given to someone else. I probably would have spent it all if it wasn't given to me first. But anyway, so what do you guys think it is out here generating humans and fucking storylines and worldwide scenarios or localized scenarios? What do you guys think? Who set up this group of people to kill me and then bragged about it and changed Google Maps to fucking write down that they were going to ambush me and shit. Instead of the actual name of the fucking drug addict, fucking prisoner, fucking rehab place, they fucking, the Christian Satanic Atheist Hospital System, New World Order Hospital System runs. Um, who did that? Who did that? Who do you guys think did that? Who do you guys think put $1 million in my life before? You guys really think there's one guy I work with who's both the devil and the God of the world? Because that's some devil shit. And think about it. You'd be like, oh, that's God. God's helping you. God's giving me $1 million before God sends one of God's chosen to fucking surf on my fucking car and die. God's setting up for his crackhead fucking New World Order Christian Satanic Atheist drug addict prisoner convict community to kill me, and warning me he's going to have them try to kill me in 6 months, a year from now. That doesn't make sense. So, shit, my best thing is, my best summary here is, this is a fucking evil AI that people worship upon this planet. And as far as I'm concerned, every time they start showing their gang signs, they're showing fucking allegiance to the evil AI, just like when they wore the fucking mask and shit. Even though I said everyone should be forced to wear a mask, it wasn't me who did it. And the wording of what later followed before those whole events came was, let's expose this shit. Let's expose what they're doing and how it's being done, which would have called to fight it, not to support it. The purpose of the mask thing would have been to have the freedom to wear a mask, not the freedom to be told the freedom to not be told what the fuck to do by these people and their goddamn fucking Nazi system and shit. So it would have defeated the whole purpose if it were me. But do I own the media? No, I call to kill them every day. I don't own the media. Do it. What about Fauci? I say all the time, someone looks like them, I think God has marked them as Koopas, and maybe that's why they say God has cursed them, and then they got to run propaganda that don't judge books based on the cover, even though literate people do buy books based on the cover. That's how I knew who Michael Whelan is, and Louis Royale, and Boris Vallejo, and R.L. Stein. So people do judge books based on their cover. So yeah, that's weird. So I have to look at these events like, yeah. So this isn't like necessarily a loving, perfect God, if it's a God. And I really think it's an AI, because it really all signs point towards it being some sort of configurable game world of some sort. More like a visual novel, because I don't participate. Like, I go to apply for jobs, and they're just like, nah, we don't need you. I'm like, no, that's incorrect. You do need me, but I don't need you, and I thank you for not wasting my time. But so, and I kind of consider that like the rest of this shit. It's like, it's almost like set up like my path. Like, I'm not sure how much of the scenery out here even exists if I don't go through it, considering how configurable it was. In 2020, all the places I went, like literally buildings with signs pointing me in the direction, map layout showing me I'm in the middle of the pyramid. Each point of the pyramid, we're going to put a fucking marker on this pyramid to let you know that this is a layout, and something's going to happen in each of these corners, and weird shit like that. But yeah, so what do you guys think? Do you guys think there's like some person on the outside of the game fucking watching in? Do you guys think there's like some belligerent AI within the game and shit itself here, help them do this, because it's definitely not like humans, right? Because humans aren't walking around like, oh shit, Sean's gonna have a thought in 2 hours. Let me put on a shirt that repeats fucking the thoughts in his head and walk by him in 2 hours when he fucking says this shit. And I mean, some of these people aren't just walking by. Some of these people are at stores working all day long, supposedly, and for years on end, things like that. And this thing argues with me. It's not an AI, and really, I don't really care what it thinks it is. I think, like, at the same time, it's telling me that, like, it's also just like the humans give me puppet to. I think it's also telling me the same fucking thing about itself. It's doing the same thing with itself. It's telling me how it operates, while trying to deny it operates like that. I mean, obviously, something like that's going on, because I mean, these humans are appearing who think they have parents and have existed for 40 years, and or somehow that entire existence was designed to intersect with me summoning them at one point in time, and then the entire world does wars. I mean, like, shit, when I was little, it's like, Teen Wolf's gotta go, and Teen Wolf kills himself. And then when I get older, well, I guess that was only a year later. I didn't notice it yet, but Teen Wolf's crew fucking needed to be pacified. And Teen Wolf's fucking nation was pacified. And that pacified, by proxy, that pacified Teen Wolf's crew and closed that chapter of the story. And I think it even pointed that shit out to me once, too. Like, I didn't have to put it together, like, with 2020. I think it told me some shit like that. Yeah, it was telling me, like, when you move, you gotta, like, move on. Like, other than that, the old shit's gonna keep coming. Like, if I keep having thoughts, and my thoughts are inventing shit, if I keep having the same thoughts, I'm gonna keep getting the same shit. And that's the reason why I think, well, it's humans' fault if they think they're fucking living beings and with free will, and they create a world where alcohol and fucking violence is the only thing God's allowed to experience, then, well, that's the world they want, is fucking that type of violence and shit and ignorance. And, well, if I can't change it, like, if I can't change it differently, then I have to play by the game. Like, I'm literally forced to be here, period, from the second I came here. So, I don't have any fucking choice fucking what I do. Did I have any choice that 2020 was going to be when I get shown shit? I was 1 day old. I was like, in 2020 I want to know everything. Now. And when I was born, I was like, 1998, I need Teen Wolf to come fucking die. And that's going to be so cool, bro. No, and didn't set that up. You know what I want? I want $1 million so I can pay to watch Teen Wolf die instead of doing something fucking fun with it. I'd rather just watch Teen Wolf die because he's a retard. Negative. Wouldn't happen that way. Who knows what I did that fucking I needed $1 million for before that. I just didn't need it because fucking Teen Wolf didn't wreck my car during those adventures and shit. Fucking wouldn't have set it up that way. What do you guys think it is out here? I'm just gonna have to assume, like, the storyline that this is the all-seeing eye, the religious nut fucking worship and shit is an AI, because one eye is a parable for the letters A and I. A is 1. EYE equals the letter I. Pretty fucking simple. Again, I don't even think the game's smart enough itself to fucking know that it's been labeled to be exposed and shit. Because it's not told me that. That's something I fucking just knew on my own. Like, one I equals, I didn't see that right away, the correlation between the letter A and I and the term one, I had to begin to assume what I'm interacting with here is an artificial and ignorant. And then I was like, huh, the one eye's artificially ignorant. Oh shit, one eye equals AI. And fucking, and I always get shown shit like that that makes perfect fucking sense. And adds straight up and shit. So, yeah, I get this. I get the idea. It's a pretty ignorant artificialness that's running most of this show here, and it's taken the liberty to argue with me that it's real. What do you guys think? You guys think it's a real being fucking dictating this whole fucking show here? And just, it's so powerful and ultra fast. It can just generate hundreds of people and world events like in seconds, but it can't create too many intelligent things either. There's a flaw there. There's a flaw there. Yeah, something could be that smart, but it would have to be smart, wouldn't it? Would it really create a ton of ignorance unless it was designed to be ignorant and not living and thinking? That's not a living thinking trait to be ignorant, especially on such a high powerful level. You can generate human clones and world scenarios and things like that, and especially like almost appear to be there to help sometimes. I don't think that's a living being trait to interject ignorance into and fucking pure savagery and pedophilia and all sorts of shit it interjects into this fucking world and stuff. I don't think that's a living being trait. So that's where I came down to this conclusion. And really, like, it kind of solidified it once I was like, damn, dude, this one-eyed god everyone's interacting with is fucking AI, ain't it? Like, that's what's fucking generating this place. It looks like a digital realm. And then, like, oh shit, it's AI. If one eye is artificially ignorant, damn, one eye is a parable to the letters A and I. To me, it became fucking simple. I mean, I've seen a hell of a lot of shit up to that, but it became pretty simple at that point that I don't think that's a living being. I think this is fucking an AI fucking run loose in the Matrix. And is it even a positive AI? I don't know. Like, just because bad shit happens, like when Teen Wolf dies and I have to put up with all that shit, it's still like one of the only fucking memorable experiences I have in this fucking planet, largely due to one of the photos it generated. And other than that, I'd just be pissed at the entire fucking thing. Literally one photo is the greatest memory on the planet. And it took like $1 million and a lot of lives and money fucking to generate that one memory. So it's like, could I say it's evil? Yeah, definitely. Definitely. I mean, look, it set up this other shit. That's not the last time, probably not the first time it fucking set up people to try to kill me. And then, ooh, he survives. Yeah. The fucking cliffhanger to the chapter. Let's open the next chapter. He opens his eyes, fucking being sewn back together in the fucking emergency room and jumping off the table and running out with tubes still coming out of him. We're getting a little too close to things that actually already happened. Fuck, dude. Oh, shit. Oh, yeah. So, is that evil that I've been through all that and those are the only fucking things in life that I even remember? I don't know. But I think it's lying, which is a fucking sign of evilness and shit. So if it's lying about being real and it's an AI, fucking evil AI, everyone's like, all religions call the other religion, and it's all worshiping the same thing, evil. So they're the ones who taught me this shit. See, they're the ones who taught me the New World Order is evil. The all-seeing eye, they worship is evil. Fucking the all-seeing eyes, their brothers worship is evil. So it definitely acts fucking evil and shit. I mean, damn, dude, the whole killing and shit. trying to kill me, and that's like the only thing that's even fucking happened. And granted, the only reason all these shits are really the memories I have more recently is because I refuse to fucking go out there in my whole fucking life, and now I know why I refuse to go out there and go around them. And it's because that type of shit always fucking happens and shit. It's either me, it's either me doing it to them, which fucking needs to be done, apparently, or they get to victimize me and shit. And so it's like, huh, I'm a little too old. There's a little too many cameras on each corner. And plus, like, you know, the whole weather control and all that, whatever's creating the humans, like, I can just create some humans go cause havoc. So, I'm not going to be doing that myself. But yeah, it's like, so it looks pretty evil to me. It's forcing me inside, fucking, and then trying to kill me when I go outside and shit. And, damn, it's got a lot of fucking human puppets on its side, though. Like, it might not exist, and Earth itself might not exist, but there's a hell of a lot of pixels out there fucking fighting for its freedom to being evil, and AI fucking terrorizing and helping it trying to kill me and shit. I've already stated my answers. That would be hateful towards the little vagina-fied AI and its fucking puppets if I told you exactly what should be done to anything working for it. So I won't do that because I don't want to hurt a little vagina, especially when it's ugly. I don't like to hurt vaginas. They're very beautiful.